Hi, it's Cheryl from ideasforcardmaking.net and I'm here today for Couture Creations, and I'm going to be making a joy fold card. And if you haven't seen one of these before, they're just a little bit different. So they open out two ways. They're very, very simple to make, and I'm going to show you how I did it. This one I'm making today is going to be made with the Gentleman's Emporium 6x6 paper pack, and I'm going to be using the cut foil and embossed die, and this one is the pocket watch. I've already done that. I've tried to save a bit of time by cutting some of the things out. So that's the pocket watch. I've got some ephemera here. I've also cut out these two pieces here. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to use those. That one is the Exquisite Gentleman cutting die. These are mini dies, these ones. And this one is, this one here is called Four Suits cutting die. So I've pulled all these bits out. I'm just not sure what I'm going to use yet. I have already pre-foiled this part, which is the inside, and that's called For My Husband, and that's a hot foil die. Sorry, hot foil stamp I should say. And this, I've used the driftwood foil on that because it matches this paper really well. Okay, I'm going to start by cutting up the paper. I'll tell you what I'm doing, but I will put these measurements on my blog. Okay, so I'm going to start with the cardstock. Now you do this large one first. Now this one has to be 4 1/4 by 8 1/2. Just cut that down to 4 1/4. This is the new Couture Creations mini guillotine, and it just cuts beautifully through the paper. Right, so that's the base. That one's going to be the base. And I've got another piece here, and this is going to be 3 3/4 by 5 inches. So I'll cut that at 5 inches. And then 3 3/4. Now I'm going to be scoring both these pieces, and this smaller one is going to be making this part here. This one here is the base. Okay. So I'll put that aside and I'll do the scoring for now. Sorry, that's my measurements. You don't need to see that. They're all scribbled on and everything. Okay, for the bigger one, I'm going to be scoring at the 5 1/2 inch mark. And for the smaller one, we'll score at the 4 inch mark. You can do that a bit bigger if you want, but you really only need a 1 inch fold there. So you'll just fold each of those after you've scored them. And just put that aside for a second. That's all the scoring that we need to do. I'll bring back the guillotine, get rid of those scraps, and the next thing we're going to do is we're going to cut the pieces that are going on here. This is going to basically go like that. So we're going to cut the pieces of the design paper that are going to go on there. So you need to know which piece you're going to put where. Now I'm going to put this piece on the front. That one, I think that's the smaller bit. Yeah, that one's the smaller flap, is the 3 3/4. So that'll be that paper. So this one is this one here, and I need it to be 3 by 3 3/4. So it'll be 3 across, 3/4 by 4. 4. Right, and that will go on the front. And then the other one will go like that, and that will be 3 by 3 3/4. So it'll be 3 3/4 wide. Now I've got to decide which one I want. I think I want that side. So 3 3/4. By 3. Okay, I'll start to put this together. Just put a bit of glue on the back there, put that on the front panel. Just make sure you get your pattern up the right way. Right, this one I'm going to glue on as well. You can use wet glue or you can use tape, whatever you're wanting to use on that. Right, now next, what we're going to do is take this, that's going to sit inside there, but this has to flip, has to sit underneath there, and then that's going to flip over the top. Right, so what I'm going to do is just put a bit of glue on that flap, and I suggest that you foil or stamp whatever is here, because otherwise you're going to have that bump. So before you put it all together, otherwise you're going to have that bump and you might not get an even coverage there. So I'll just get that into the centre as best I can. Try not to get glue over here. If you do, you'll have to clean that off, because otherwise when you put that over, it's going to stick. Okay, so that's down. Okay. That's 4 by 5. I will, as I said, I will put all that on the blog. So I'm just going to glue this one down on here. That will then go like that. Put a bit of glue on here. It's actually very simple. Once you've done one, they're very easy to do. Make sure you keep that piece out so it doesn't glue under. Get that into the centre as best you can. I see there's a little bit of glue there. I'm just going to get rid of that because I don't want that sitting, gluing that flap down. Alright, that's better. Okay, so we've got that down and that. Now what I want to do is put this on here. So that needs to go onto there. So I'll just put a bit of glue on here. I'm not going to use too much on the chain because I don't want it to squirt out everywhere. Oh, I think that'll be enough. Just make sure when you use this you put it up the right way, which that's the top. I don't really care if any of these bits hang over the sides, that's fine. Right, okay, so that's that bit done. The next thing I've got to do, that's the inside. I've just got to decide what I'm going to put on the outside here. I'll put that. Got a few things to choose from here. Got these gentlemen here. Some cards, I like that. Yeah, I like that one. Got this one as well, but it blends in a bit too much, I think. I'm not sure about these on here. Oh, where's my man? There he is. Yeah. No, I think I like this one the best, so I'll put that on. You can still see some of it with that closed. Let's put a little bit of glue on there. Put that in the centre. Get rid of the excess glue so I don't glue my flap down, the top flap. And that's the card done. As you can see, it's a pretty simple card, not very hard, a little bit fiddly when you're just starting, but it's different. I like that. I hope you enjoyed this card today. I'll put all the measurements on my blog. Okay, thanks for stopping by. I'll show you the other card as well again. That's the other one. I may put something on there yet, I'm not sure. Thanks for stopping by.